Out of all 5 sports in our journey from North Cape to South Africa, this was the one we feared the most. We have crossed almost 2,000 kilometers already by skiing and running, but now there was one problem standing between Finland and the next chapter. The Gulf of Finland. You can't just jump into the water and start swimming to another country. You needed a boat, a crew, a weather window, and somehow enough money to make it possible. At one point, it looked like the entire crossing would fail before it even started. Autumn was coming and we needed to sort everything out in 10 days. This is the episode of the 3rd section of 5Athlon Challenge.
Now is 4th of August and we are supposed to start the swimming at 14th of August. And we also still have a no safety boat and no drivers.
This swim was part of our 5Athlon journey from the northernmost point of Europe to the southernmost point of Africa. Self-supported. Everything we needed, we carried ourselves. After skiing from North Cape to Rovaniemi and running from Rovaniemi to Helsinki, the next border had to be crossed by swimming. For safety reasons, we needed to have a safety boat and a crew, but there was one problem. We were funding the expedition while doing it because it was one part of the challenge. We still have thousands of kilometers left after the swim, so spending a huge amount of money on one crossing simply wasn't possible. That's why we can afford only one safety boat and decided to make swimming as a relay. If we would have 2 swimmers in the water at the same time, we would need 2 safety boats with 2 crews. It was late summer in Finland, so more late we leave the start, more cold the water would be. And we needed a good weather window to swim. For that reason, we couldn't give any exact dates for rental companies when we want to rent a safety boat in advance, and we didn't have money to rent a boat just in case. All boat rental companies declined our requests. For a moment, it genuinely felt like the project might stop in Helsinki. Then, people following the journey started helping us. I'm just updating how much we have been selling the products and received money for the safety boats, and now it's 1,700 euros. And only 4 days before our estimated departure, we finally found a boat to rent through Skipperi, and 2 volunteers joined the crew. This crossing suddenly became real. Some of us were excited, some of us were, well...
It was very hard work to find the safety boat. We were almost giving up. But at the end of the day, Sailor managed to rent a boat. Am I excited? No. I am really keep thinking about why on earth I said yes to the swimming section. Like swimming in a cold water, I really hate it.
Let's go for a swim. Well, you dragged me to the snowy places during the winter.
That was very much fun.
And I drag you into the water during the summer. So, welcome to my area. On kyllä vähän viileä. We met with the crew and the boat owner at the harbor.
Here we are in the harbor. Captain here. He's going to ride. And here is Eero, our second helper with driving the boat.
Hello.
And this is the boat.
After boat introduction, we started to prepare and organize the gears, because now it's really happening. There was no other way out.
It seems like I'm really doing this.
It was time for a test ride. We agreed roles and tested the communication, hand marks, timetable, relay rotations and steering maneuvers, so we make the swim as safe as possible for the swimmers and also for the crew.
This will be hard.
Quite hard.
Not so bad.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit cold in the beginning, but when I got into the movement, then it's okay. Now it's your turn.
Jesus. Hyvä, joo.
Swim against that island.
Yeah. Against towards that island.
Towards
yeah.
that
Okay. Good.
Wrong island.
Oi, tätä on parasta. Mitä fiili? Huhu. I think the challenge basically is to keep direction and to see the boat. That's the only challenge in my opinion. I think the weather was really good. Swimming was fun. I love the feeling. It's so nice.
We're almost like calling it off.
I was like, I thought I can't do it, but I was really doubting myself for this. I have to admit that. This is gonna to be fun and with an amazing crew. We are all in. You're really leaving.
Yeah.
Forecast changed completely, and the morning we started to swim couldn't be better.
Third section of 5Athlon is starting officially. Sally, how you feel?
Excited. It's very good weather, so I feel very confident. Jännittää vähän. It was amazing feeling when some people came to see our start from Helsinki in the morning. When we stepped into the water for the first time, it felt so unreal.
Seuraava kerta kun mä pääsee semmoista hommasta. Mä ajattelin 2 kertaa.
We were actually leaving Finland by swimming.
Sailors 1 hour is over soon and now it's my turn to go to the water.
Swim another hour. I can do the whole.
I can go to Tallinn just. It looks like that. She's swimming so good and easy. How it feels, sailor?
It's good. Weather is like perfect. Now it's your turn.
How do you feel?
I feel very interesting.
Okay.
I'm ready. Guess what's first thing I do when I get to the water? Guess.
No.
I pee.
Okay.
Oh, my first 1 hour is over and I go to the boat. Oh, you know, it was not really difficult, but the thing was keeping direction is really challenging. I don't know how many kilometers I did. 2.5. Sorry? 2.5. 2.5. Okay. Well, how much you did?
4.
Damn it. Boom. Good luck. This is sailors last round for today. After this we will call the day. How it went?
Slower all the time.
Really?
Why you are not wearing this one?
Which one? Yeah, the boys, they wanted to call the day, so. And all together how much?
11.75.
Okay, great. I done like almost 5.5, so. Down, we have to block Peyman. But tomorrow I will pay back. I will swim in the right side because in that left side I can't swim.
Miten se on mahdollista, jos mä jo aloitin uinnin, niin sä oot uinut yhden vähemmän?
Joo, se pojat. Joo, mun vika.
Mikä?
I blame the whole crew. For that.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we are driving back to some island or some harbor so we can sleep for the night. I cannot believe the first day went so good. Sailor, how was today for you?
The beginning was like, it's so awesome. No waves, no wind. In the end it was a little bit of wind and the waves were coming straight to my mouth, but that's life. For nights, we went to the shore, so everyone can sleep the whole night, and on the next day, we continued our swimming from the place where we stopped on the previous day.
The first day is officially over. The swimming part is over. Still we're going to make food and eat.
But after the first day, the reality of swimming headwind hit hard.
Morning. And everybody is awake. How Aero is feeling from yesterday?
Great.
Good?
Yeah, good.
Unbelievable.
Kaikki kyydissä.
From yesterday, I feel a little bit sore with my muscles, but it's completely normal because it has been a while when I was swimming. So I hope that today it's not so bad. It's just a normal muscle pain. Now we just put a little bit of Vaseline so the suit doesn't have a friction with the ankles and wrists and also the neck.
Around 9 a.m. and Sailor is going to the water now.
Kiitos.
Rock.
Kyllä se taas lähtee tästä.
Menet.
A little bit cold, but at least I get waking up.
Oh. No niin. Just. Today gonna be much tougher day.
Yeah.
It was basically ever.
It was hard, yeah?
It was hard, I couldn't see anything and the seagull came to eat me also. Todella onnea vaan.
Mä menen.
Good luck, Peyman.
Yeah. Rough sea.
Yeah.
We will do it. We go.
We had our own ways to enjoy the ride.
Peyman, only 55 minutes left.
So, good morning all. Today is the day 4 of our swimming from Helsinki to Tallinn, and seems like everyone is happy.
Yay!
Sailor is getting ready to go to the water now, and as you can see, we got quite good amount of waves. So today is a very important day because it will tell us how far we can swim. Since next 3 days it's going to be similar kind of actually weather, and this is a tailwind for us.
Ollaanko me nyt siinä niinku aloituspisteellä?
Sanot, kun sulla on 5 minuuttia, niin mä menen siellä.
No nyt mä oon ihan valmis.
Okay.
At some point, Finland disappeared behind us. But Estonia still wasn't visible. It felt like we were swimming in the middle of nowhere.
10 minutes and it's my turn to go inside. I'm very excited now to see how far I can swim with the tailwind. But it will be very interesting to see how far Sailor have swam today and how it feels easy or hard to swim for her. How it feels, Sailor?
It's good.
Was it faster?
Yeah, a lot faster.
How many kilometers
More
you
than
did?
3 kilometers.
3 3 kilometers.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the water.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to go to the water.
No free life today.
Yeah.
Good luck!
Thank you. Mene sinne.
Jaa, tonne.
We have big ship passing by, so they had to call me out of water.
Didn't look like it's going to go like straight on us.
Yeah.
But we just want to make sure.
Okay.
Because we are a very small boat and a swimmer, so like why not to go to the safe side?
Okay. Is it the oil ship or is it the passenger ship? Or?
Passenger ship
Passenger ship.
from Estonia to Finland.
Drilling rig.
Okay. What that means?
Porauslautta
Ah, okay.
in Finnish. Or rakkauden rattilaiva. Then, finally, Estonia appeared on the horizon, and suddenly, the impossible had a coastline. Today is the day. We don't see the coast of Helsinki, but we see the coast of Estonia. Maybe far away. We're not so far away. Woohoo! And we are almost done with the fairway. We changed one more time today. We are already in Estonia. This is so cool.
The last swim of the day, Sailor did swim and now she's coming back. I was thinking today is a day number what we are in the sea now. Sixth day. Today is the 6th day.
Fifth swimming day.
Yeah, 5th swimming day and 6th day of being in the water. Until today we have done 65 kilometers in total.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah. Today will be off the high wind and it's not a tailwind, it's a side wind and
Yes, today is the hardest day.
today Eero and Captain gonna to have a hard work, I think.
Yeah.
Eerolla ei tullut missään.
Ei.
Didn't feel like anything.
No, Captain complains a lot. Me and Captain. We both are complaining club.
Complaining club.
Yes. Today we try to get done around 15 kilometers, fingers crossed. I have this one over here for seasickness. Otherwise I think I have been throwing up like for the last 2 days.
The hardest part wasn't one single swim. It was getting back into the cold water over and over again.
This 1 hour passed so quick. It feels like 10 minutes, I tell you that. This is my first round today. Sailor coming up from the water. She have swam now for 1 hour. All is good, just motivation is missing and I tried to find it from some food but I couldn't.
Morra.
Osta pari poroa, hyvää hintaa.
I'm very out of energy. I'm trying to restore my energy with mango. Peyman is swimming now. We tried to swim all together 10 kilometers today. I did my last shift. We got 6.8 kilometers. So Peyman is swimming the rest because on the previous days he has been swimming less than me, so now it's his turn to come to the same line. Peyman is doing fine over there. And I can keep eating my mangoes.
Two big waves, I couldn't continue now. We had to call the day. Now when I went, the waves they were much bigger than before. Okay, now today is the last day. We have only 7 kilometers more to swim. It seems like a boat is not turning on.
On päällä.
Now it started to work somehow.
Yeah, somehow.
But we are not sure what we did, but it worked.
Yeah, so now we cannot turn the engine off the whole day until tomorrow when we go to Finland. What the captain
Okay,
says.
and luckily we have one guy who is an expert in starting cars without key with us. I don't know where he got this talent, but
But we don't care.
we don't care.
It feels so much easier than 2 days before this day. Like, it was almost floating towards the Tallinn. It was so much easier. Woohoo!
Joo.
Now I didn't feel that I need to struggle a lot with breathing. Oh, thank God.
I really can't believe this is almost over. One more ride. It's the last ride now. So I go to the water and we land to the Estonian ground with sailor together. I don't know, I'm happy or I'm sad. But I'm definitely happy I don't have to go again to the water for a while at least.
We didn't take a ferry. We crossed the sea with our own bodies.
Thank you!
With the help of people who believed in the journey.
Me tehnyt tämä. Sailor, miltä tuntuu?
Tuntuu ihan hyvältä. The swim was only a small part of the total distance to South Africa. But mentally, it was one of the biggest. Because this crossing proved something important. That even when the route seems impossible, there is always a way forward. It's over. It wasn't that bad that I saw, but in the end, it was super cold to swim.
Today's Captain's birthday, and we are going to now to celebrate Captain's birthday with Captain in the beautiful town of Tallinn.
Tikko, tikko!
Let's go! Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to subscribe and put that notification bell on so you won't miss NomadsTrails adventure forever. Bye bye!
Bye!
Now 3 sports were complete, and Europe was waiting.
Höpöttääkö?
I want to pee, but I cannot.